Welcome. From today, we begin to visit the provisions of the Constitution of India. We will proceed article wise. In this study and in this visit of the Constitution, beginning with Article 1, presumes that we have been through the preamble as well, and it also presumes that we have some background of the Constituent Assembly, the way it was prepared, how it was adopted, but we are straight away going to the substantive provisions. The Constitution of India is divided into different parts. Part 1 is the Union and its territory. This part is having sections 4, Articles 4. These provisions in respect of the Constitution are designated as articles, while in the statute, other laws, these are designated as sections. But it means same thing. But anyway, once it is said articles, then try to find out the dictionary meaning of article and section and try to find out the difference. Why the word article is being used here. Now, this part is titled The Union and its Territory. So we should know that this part is given a title. So why each part is given a title? What are the implications of it? How, while we will be interpreting the distinct provisions or distinct articles or particular clauses of the articles, then we will be having in our mind that it is part of a part 1. The part 1 is titled as the Union and its Territory. Now, the 4 articles are: number 1, name and territory of the Union. So words used are territory of the Union. So name and territory of the Union. So Union is one technical term. We shall reach at the meanings of Union. Then admission or establishment of new states. Here is the first tentative provision. Here is the first sanction that there can be establishment, there can be an admission of the new states in the Union. Then 2A and then omitted. By writing 2A means there was at some point of time an amendment, and then that amendment itself also has been omitted by another amendment. Therefore, we as students of law have to be conscious as to at what phase and stage which provision was amended, what was the amendment. So here 2A means firstly there was an amendment, and then by another amendment the first amendment was omitted. 3 is formation of new states and alteration of areas, boundaries or names of the existing state. Article 2 provides for admission or establishment of new states. Article 3 is formation of new states, alteration of the areas, boundaries or names, etc. of the existing state. Article 3 and Article 2 have their distinct objects. The Article 2 is achieving admission or establishment of new states, It essentially may not be from the existing territories. Some foreign territories may be admitted and established as new states of the Union of India. However, as far as Article 3 is concerned, it is regarding the formation of new states and alteration of the areas and boundaries, etc., as we call it, reorganization of states, as Haryana was created, Punjab was reorganized. The formation of the state of Haryana out of the existing state of Punjab as such brings us within the provisions of Article 3. Then fourth is laws made under Articles 2 and 3 to provide for the amendment of the first and the fourth schedules and supplemental, incidental, and consequential matters. Now, when we will be acquiring the values of drafting, how we have to draft, what are the laws, what are the values in the art of drafting. So, statutes drafting, the laws drafting are having their distinct values and features, which also shall be acquired by us while we will be through these values of the Constitution as it already stands, drafted, adopted, implemented, enforced. Now, Article 4 provides laws made under Articles 2 and 3. So, admission or establishment of new states will be by laws. Then, formation of new states also will be by laws. And the laws which will be made under Articles 2 and 3 to provide for. Now, it is a constitutional mandate, it is a constitutional requirement that while laws will be framed under Articles 2 and 3, then there is to be a provision for the amendment of the first and the fourth schedules and supplemental, incidental, and consequential matters. Now, word used is matters. Adjectives used are supplemental, incidental, and consequential matters. Means when some new state stands formed, then naturally the set of laws, the set of institutions as well will come in, and those prior set of institutional laws and the consequential changes because of the amendments like formation of a new state will have requirements to bring entire system in consonance with the Constitution of India itself. So, supplemental, incidental, and consequential matters provisions have to be there. Now, this is just an index part. Now, let's go through the substantive provisions. Article 1. Title is Name and Territory of the Union. See, number 1, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. India, then there is a comma, that is Bharat. Now, India is the historically accepted name, and Bharat is also ancient name of the country. Now here it has been made specific that what we know as India in our recent past history is Bharat. So constitutionally the official name is India and it is called that is Bharat. The word used is that is Bharat. So India, a name which we are having recorded in our past, recent past history, is to be taken as Bharat. So this very clause brings, ensures continuity with our ancient history. So the Constitution of India at the outset, in very first clause of very first article of the Constitution of India, makes it specific and clear that we are having continuity with the ancient times. India, as is recorded in some records in the recent past history, is having some restricted meanings attached to it. It will, and it limits the history, values, and all other aspects of the existence to remove those limitations, to give it wider acceptability, to provide authorized, sanctioned, constitutional continuity with our ancient times. It is added that is Bharat. Therefore, while India, that is Bharat, will be making laws or will be enunciating or implementing policies, then it is to be as per values of our ancient wisdom. Is this clause, it is this mention, it is this specific expression which has very wide implications. Therefore, we as lawyers, we as students of law, we as exponents of jurisprudential values, and we also as policy makers have to widen our mental outlook towards the Constitution of India, its responsibility, its sanctions, its authority, its advice, as that this territory, these people, this state, this nation is not only as is recorded in our recent past and as is known as India, it is Bharat. Therefore, we have to look to each and every aspect of our existence, we as a people, we as a territory, we as a state, we as a nation are having ancient continuity. So, since ancient times till today, there is a continuity, and it is this continuity of values which are going to inspire us, and these values are to be imbibed by us while we will be framing our laws, while we will be chartering our policies. So, our first essay, each one of us shall enter upon an exercise to imbibe, to give a full expression and to fully imbibe the implications of this class, India, that is Bharat. First essay for the students of Constitution of India is India, that is Bharat. Express yourself fully, meditate, think, and think about the implications, the wide implications, universal implications of this class, this phrase, India, that is Bharat, because it is only in terms of the internal values coming out of this reservoir of this clause that we will be having desolation of our mental states of restricted historic period of 100, 200, or a small number of centuries. We have to transcend that. We have to have imbibing of values, continuous flow since ancient times till date. It is in this context that we have to appreciate when it is said India is a land of Vedas. Now, India is land of Vedas is a sentence, is a phrase which is parallel with India, that is Bharat. Therefore, we have to revisit the constitutional interpretation steps at different points of time, reflected in different statutes, reflected in different policy statements, as well as the interpretations in different judicial authorities. So, this India, that is Bharat, is one phrase and one clause, and then shall be a union of states. It is said shall, and it is to be a union of states. What is the implication of this constitutional declaration? The constitutional declaration here is that India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. How the unitary states and federal states make a difference, and how choice has been made in favor of a union of states as a federal structural apparatus or governance of our country. We, the people of India, have adopted and given to ourselves this constitution under which India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Now, the second clause, the states and the territories thereof shall be as specified in the first schedule. So, the word state and word state as member of union are two distinct conceptual meanings for the same word state. Therefore, the second essay or the second exercise which we have to undertake is to give a full expression of our understanding of the clause Union of States. The first essay which we have to write is India, that is Bharat. The second essay which we have to write is India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. If we will be clear about India, that is Bharat, and India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states, then we will be having on a proper format as properly initiated approach for imbibing the values of the Constitution of India. The Constitution of India is a set of values. To have full appreciation of these values, we have to be conscious since the very beginning, from the very first clause of first section, first article itself. And this conscious initiation is to be as India, that is Bharat, followed by India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Once we are conscious, once we are alive, once we are on the parallel mental pedestal, then we can say that yes, we are having proper initiation to be educated as per the values of the Constitution of India. Now, as clause 2 of Article 1, the states and territories thereof shall be as specified in the first schedule. Now, it is a learning. Constitutional learning is that we shall chase the provisions as stand drafted, stipulated, provided as enforceable provisions. Here it is mentioned that states and territories thereof shall be as specified in the first schedule. If there is incorrect description, if there is incorrect specification in the first schedule, then that specification will be constitutional specification. So we have to be very, very careful in giving specifications of the states and their territories. That is why you have heard in the recent times, in one app or other, in one platform or other, some wrong description in the form of wrong maps of particular portions, territories of states of the Union of India raise enough controversy. Such heat over wrong description is there as the constitutional sanction is that the acceptable specifications are as are in the first schedule. Therefore, the first schedule and the clause 1 union of states are to be read together. The third clause is the territory of India shall comprise. Let's be very careful now. It is the constitution which is describing. It says the territory of India shall comprise the territories of the states. The territories of states means as those are specified in the first schedule. And the union territory is specified in this first schedule. So first schedule is classifying territories in two categories, one as states and other as union territories. And then see such other territories as may be acquired. One may have a pause here and put to oneself whether we, the people of India, who have given to ourselves this constitution, has given permission to acquire other territories as well or not, or this is a simple natural residuary clause, as that if by any natural or man-made reasons some territories outside the specified territories as well merge with our territories, those will be deemed having been acquired. And if it is so, whether those acquired territories by natural causes as well have to be specified in the first schedule. And if such specification is to be done, whether it will amount to the amendment of the Constitution or simply the amendment of the first schedule, and whether such acquisition will come under clause 3, article 3, formation of new states. Therefore, today we have a pause here at article 1 itself. Let us visit the first schedule. Let us visit the map of India. Let us visit the changes, transformations by having formations of new states, reorganization of states. Have a map of India on 15th August 1947, then compare it with the map of India on 26th of January 1950, and then visit it as it is today and see how this map is continuously being reshaped as per the specifications, as per the changes in the first schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.